Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's James here. Wanted to shoot a market update video for you. It's July 18th, and the market is moving like mad. So the question I'm getting this morning is, James, are you still bearish? And the answer to that is I am for now. We're going to see how that plays out for the rest of the day. But the market's done exactly what I expected up until this pump. So last night, right before bed, it was about 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I posted this chart in my private Facebook group, which, by the way, is free. You can join it. There's be a link in the description. And it called for a target of $9,333.14. In reality, it actually fell to $9,333 even, so I was within 14 cents on that part. I didn't know what was going to happen next. I figured we'd get a bounce, but full disclosure, I thought that bounce would actually stop at this green line, okay? I didn't actually think it would go above that green line. I thought we'd find some resistance at 96.51 and then maximum of 9,800. So that part did surprise me. That part did go much higher and much further than I expected. So why am I not bullish then? Why did I not switch to a bull? Well, let me show you a couple charts, okay? So this is the 4-hour chart. We're still underneath our 200 EMA, okay? So we haven't broke that. And also we're still under this resistance level right here at 10.7. So not freaking out on that. Ignore the RSI for now. It's going to matter in just a second. If we look at our daily chart, okay, right now we're peeking our head over this RSI trend line. So that's a little bit nerve-wracking to me. That does make my bear side a little nervous. But you have to remember that there's still about 8 hours left in the day, and a lot can happen in 8 hours. So this thing could keep going up, and if it closes above this line, to me that would be a very bullish signal, okay? However, if it starts falling back down and closes under that line, I would think, okay, this is just a downtrend. If we look at this thing from a big picture point, down, up, okay? As long as we don't go above the old up or the old down, right, in this area, like 11.1, 11.2, technically we're still in a downtrend. It could go all the way up there and still be in a downtrend, okay? So just realize that. We're still in a downtrend. Nothing has changed there, okay? It depends on how this daily closes. But it does make me a little nervous. So the other thing we have to take a look at is how are we looking on our EMAs? Okay, well right now our 12 EMA is actually preparing to cross our 26 EMA bearish, not bullish. This is a bearish cross, okay? If the 12 was crossing going up, that would be a bullish cross. Crossing going down, that's a bearish cross. So that's a bearish signal. We're still way underneath resistance. We're higher than I'd like to be. Okay, full disclosure, we're definitely higher than I'd like to be right now. But we're still well under resistance, so nothing has changed there. The other thing that you need to be aware of is this fractal. And I know I keep talking about this fractal, and people are probably sick of hearing about it. But fractals are good views inside of the human mind and how humans react emotionally to market events. So this fractal, if it plays out the way that it did in 2018, we're going to see a pump to $11,000. Okay? And then we're going to see a huge dump of 35%. Now, I want you to stop and ask yourself something, and that's the fractal. Let me go back in real time and show you what actually happened, what that's based on. Okay, so this was our double top of 2017. And if it looks smushed down, it's because this is a log chart, okay? It's not an auto chart. It's a log chart. So, what happened? The price came down, right, after our double top. Came down from about 17,000 all the way down to about 12,500 or so. The whales pumped this thing back up. They got the new people and the retail investors to invest their money. And as soon as they did, they liquidated the shorts. They got a bunch of FOMO going, and then they slammed the market down 37%. Okay? People keep talking about institutional investors like they're the godsend of crypto. Like they're going to come to crypto and they're going to save all of us normal folks. They're going to make us all rich. They're going to put all this money in, and we're all going to get filthy rich, and Bitcoin's going to go to the moon and all this stuff. Okay, that's the crypto Kool-Aid talking. That's not how real life works, and it's not how real life is going to work. Okay? This is what institutions do. They go into a market, they manipulate the market, and they do everything in their power to take money from the common person and put it into the pockets of the big fat cats. Okay? How do they do that? How do they take the money from the common guy like me and you, or the common girl, right, and put it in their own pockets? Well, they do stuff like this. They pump a market, they get you to buy, and then they dump the market and take your money. Okay? Or they crash a market, get you to sell, and then pump the market without you and get you to buy back in. That's what they do. That's what institutional investors do. It's what whales do. And people are always saying, oh, this market is manipulated. Of course it's manipulated. All markets are manipulated. That's how markets work. Markets from the beginning of the time have been set up to give money to the rich and take money from the poor. From the beginning of time, people like me and you have been having our money taken from us by people who manipulate the markets. Okay? This is no different, and crypto is no different. And I hate to burst your bubble if you think that that's what's going to happen, is you're just going to hold forever and get filthy rich. Well, maybe, maybe if you just hold forever, it does go up and you do get rich, okay? But if you're trying to buy and sell and you're falling victim to the ploys of these whales, you're in big trouble. And if you don't think this was a manipulation move, if you think, no, James, this move was just a good bullish move, you're wrong, okay? And I can show you why you're wrong. See all these candles down at the bottom? These are volume candles. This tells you how much volume was being traded. So like at 5 a.m., 17 and 23, the numbers are over here, right? So we got almost no volume. Okay, now we got some selling volume going on, 300, 350, 200, got a little buying volume, 100, 110. And then all of a sudden at 9:35 a.m. Central Time, 2.2 million volume came in. 2.2 million. That's more volume in a 5-minute candle than most hours. So ask yourself, do you think a whole bunch of normal people like me and you got together and magically at the same time decided we were going to buy Bitcoin? You think that's what's happened? Just a whole bunch of us just randomly at the same time, we're like, yeah, you know what, Thursday morning at 9:35 a.m. Central Time, that sounds like the time I should buy Bitcoin. Of course not. That's not what happened. That's not what happened at all. What happened was a whale or multiple whales said, it's time to pump this market. And they bought Bitcoin. And you had a 2.2 million spike. Now, why they pumped it, I can't tell you. I have no idea why they pumped it, right? I have my suspicions. My suspicion is they, A, liquidated shorts, and B, they're trying to get people to FOMO in so they can dump the market and take their money. That's my suspicion. But maybe their purpose was they really want to pump it. Maybe they want it to go to 16K so they can sell at 16K and make more money. I have no idea what their purpose is. I can't read their mind. But I can tell you it's manipulation. I can tell you this is a specific move by a specific person or group of people to do something to the market, to make the market move up. We just don't know what their purpose is. I opened a short a few minutes ago, so I do need to be fully transparent in the video and let you know I am short again on Bitcoin. So that's where I'm at. When I woke up and saw it up like that, number one, I was really upset because I did have a short open at 98.47 and I had a target of 93.33, but I wasn't up to close it. And I don't put in orders overnight anymore because I've gotten burned doing that in the past. I didn't want to close it here and then watch it wake up to $8,000 Bitcoin. I figured if it started to go back up, like I said, it would stop here or here, so I'd have a chance to get out. So I'm upside down in my short, which sucks. The other thing that sucked when I woke up was there was a specific setup that I used that I've taught my students that came in and actually came in on this line right here. So I actually would have been long. So I missed a 10 or 15% on the pump. So, waking up, finding out that your short played out perfectly, but you weren't up to close it, and that your long setup came in and you weren't up to open it, yeah, those things suck. But generally speaking, trading relieves a lot of stress because, see, instead of having to worry about where the market is going or what the market's going to do, I can play both sides of it. If I think it's going to drop, I can short it and make money. And then when it starts to go up, I can long it and make money. And I can actually make more money doing that than holding because I get to play both sides. A hodler, they get the mean or the average. If it's going up, they get the up move. But as a trader, I can get the up move and the down move, the up move and the down move. So I can actually make more money trading. And so, for me, I need to be fully transparent and say I don't really care what the market does. If it goes to 16,000, I don't care. All that's going to be for me is more opportunities to trade it. I'll be trading, buying dips, selling rallies and buying dips, right? So I'm either going to be shorting or I'm going to be longing, but I'm going to be doing both in a trend. So because of that, I don't have a whole lot of anxiety about where Bitcoin is going. And I know a lot of people do, and I understand that because I was the same way in 2017 when I was mainly a hodler and I held 90% and traded 10%. I was always freaking nervous about the market. I was always worried about it. Every time I left the house or went out of town for a couple of days, I was always like, oh my God, I hope crypto doesn't crash, right? And then one day, my worst fears came true. I woke up, I went and checked my portfolio, and it was down. I don't remember the exact number percent wise, but it was down basically about a year's salary for me, right? I lost like literally a year's worth of income in one night while I slept. And that was pretty much the point that I said, you know what, I'm going to learn to trade because I don't want to have, that type of position open overnight where I can lose that type of money. And at the time when it happened, everybody was like, James, don't worry about it. It's going to come back. Except it didn't come back. It still hasn't come back, right? The reality is, I don't know if it will ever come back. So I started trading, and that relieved a lot of my stress. So if you're watching this video and you are stressed out about crypto, maybe consider trading, okay? Or maybe consider that you have too much money invested. I certainly did. I didn't actually have anything invested when that happened, but I had gotten 1,400% gains from the market. It's a very giving market in 2017. So I gotten huge returns, and my portfolio had grown to a size that was very uncomfortable, right? I should have been cashing it out. And, I had a conversation with my wife in December of 2017 saying, we could pay our house off if we cashed out right now. And I'll never forget what I said next. But I hate to do that because if I cash out and it keeps going up, we can miss out on millions of dollars. So I didn't cash out. And I ended up losing everything. When I say I lost everything, I mean literally, I lost everything. Every one of those gains, 1,400% gains, by the time the bear market was over, my whole portfolio was not only not up 1,500%, but I had put more money in out of my own pocket. So I went from having no money invested, playing with house money, 1,400%, to having a whole bunch of money invested, and I was down 50%. Right? Or I could have paid off my house. So I learned from that, and I learned to trade. So if you're having anxiety about this, chances are you either A, have a portfolio that's too large for your comfort level, or B, you should learn to trade, because learning to trade will relieve a lot of that stress for you, and you're not so dependent on the market. If you make a call and you're wrong, you just close it and wait for the next opportunity. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't stress out too much, and please don't get caught up in this pump. If you want to go long, certainly I'm not telling you not to go long. I can't tell you what to do, but just be aware that this is how these things work. This is how the big money, the smart money, so to speak, takes money from the normal people like me and you. They pump a market, they get you excited, and then they can, not guaranteed, but they can turn around and dump it just like this. This happened very fast. And the thing to remember when you're looking at this chart is today's Thursday. Okay, so this candle is a Thursday candle. Tomorrow will be Friday, and next day will be Saturday. And weekends are where major movements in this market happen, because that's when the most retail investors are online. So it's entirely possible this gets pumped today so that they can dump it over the weekend. Just keep that in the back of your mind before you go all willy-nilly. All right? This is James. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember, I am literally some guy sitting in a spare bedroom. I am not a professional financial advisor. You should always do your own due diligence and seek out professional investment advice before making any type of investment in cryptocurrency. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like or a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. Also, please be sure and check the descriptions for more links where you can follow me and my calls, like this one right here, within 14 cents. All right, have an awesome day. Take care. Trade safe.